Here is the detailed explanation of the best bookseller, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Uh, First, we're going to discuss about the Coetzee background, and then the tragedy and the quest for revenge, life in the city and the university, the search for knowledge, Coates' relationship, the legend and the man, themes that the book covers, the magic and the world building around it, and of course, the spoilers with the conclusion. The protagonist is a legendary figure in the world. His name is Kvothe, Kvothe. I don't know how it's spelled. The novel is told from his perspective as he narrates his life story, the chronicle, his recording his experiences. Kvothe started as a young boy who grew up in a traveling troupe of performers known as the Idima who are skilled musicians, actors, and storytellers. He is highly intelligent and gifted, especially with music and learning. Tragedy and quest for revenge. Quote's life changes when his parents, along with the entire troop, are killed by the mysterious being called as the Kandrian. These beings are malevolent and tied to the ancient myths. The death of his parents are the inciting event that drives Quote's life's quest. From then on, Quoth is determined to learn about the Kandrian, understand why they killed his family, and eventually seek revenge. Life in the city and the university. After losing his parents, Kvothe ends up living on the streets for several years, scraping by with his talents. Eventually, he earns enough money to go to the university, a place of higher learning where students are taught magic, history, and science. In the university, Kvothe excels in his studies, particularly in sympathy, the form of magic in the story. Sympathy is a magical system based on the transfer of energy, often compared to science, as it relies on understanding the natural laws of the universe. Despite his brilliance, Goethe faces many challenges. He has rivals like Ambrose, who is rich and powerful but dislikes Goethe. He also gains into contact with various powerful and secretive figures, each with their own agendas throughout the story, which are very interesting to learn and study. The search for knowledge. As Goethe learns more about the world, he also learns about the Kandarian, the dangerous being who killed his family. He finds out that they are not just a myth, but an ancient force with connections to powerful, long forgotten magic and history. Goethe is obsessed with uncovering the truth about the Kandarian. He spends much of his time searching for clues, even though this pursuit is very much dangerous and often leads him into conflict. Finally, he gets into relationships with others. One important character is Dena, a mysterious woman whom Goethe falls in love with. However, Dena is elusive and complicated, and the relationship is not straightforward. She represents a major part of Goethe's emotional journey throughout the chapters. Another significant aspect of Goethe's character is his ability to learn and master skills quickly. His love for music, particularly playing the lute, is central to his identity. Music serves as a way for him to express himself and cope with his grief. The legend and the man. Throughout the book, Goethe is telling the story of his life to chronicle, which is important because the way Goethe tells his story becomes larger than life. He's become a legend in his world, and his actions often feel like they are part of an epic myth. However, the narrative also hints that the real Goethe is more complex and troubled than the legend suggests. The book is structured to show the contrast between Goethe's past and present. In the past, he was young, curious, ambitious student seeking to understand the world and fight for justice. In the present, he is a much more broken, mysterious figure, having gone through hardships and fallen from grace. Themes. There are much themes which are widely discussed around the book, but to point a few, the identity and reputation. Goethe struggles with how others perceive him versus who he truly is. He's torn between the image of legendary hero and the reality of his struggles. The cost of knowledge. Kuwait's thirst for knowledge comes with consequences. As he seeks to understand the mysteries of the world, particularly the Kandarian, he risks everything, including his safety, relationships, and humanity. Fame and tragedy. The book touches on how fame can shape one's life. Kuwaiti becomes famous for his abilities, but this fame brings both admiration and enemies. Magic and world building. The world building in the name of the wind is complex. With a richly detailed system of magic, history, and cultures, the magic system, especially sympathy, is explained in a logical, almost significant way, which adds depth to the fantasy setting. The story is set in the medieval style world with a mix of fantasy elements like magic, mythical creatures, and ancient mysteries, woven in a rich narrative. The ending, the spoilers, the first book ends with Weather's life at the university still ongoing, with more mysteries ahead of him. He had more progresses in understanding the magic and dangers of his world, but much of the Kandarian mystery is still unresolved. The book leaves readers with questions about his future and hints at darker developments to come. For conclusion, the name of the wind is a story about a gifted young man, Kuwait or Kuwaiti, who grows from a child prodigy into a legendary figure. It mixes adventure, mystery, coming of age elements while exploring the price of fame, the search for knowledge, and the weight of the past. The book introduces a detailed, immersive world with unique magical systems and rich characters, making it a compelling read for fantasy lovers. The story is ongoing, with readers eager for more of what stays in the subsequent books of the King Killer Chronicle. Thank you.